happening right now, Bitcoin making a break for a very key area on the Bitcoin charts. Is this the beginning stages of a Bitcoin bull run? One that everybody's been waiting for, or is this going to be a very short-lived little run and ultimately a lower high? What is up, everyone? Thank you for coming by. I don't know why I am so zoomed in here. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, turn those notification bells on for pretty much the very best in Bitcoin content. I'm just saying. I provide the data. It's good data, and it's valuable for you to make the decisions you need to make. This is it. Let's start with this. This was from my last video a couple days ago. Very important, maybe 10 seconds. Here we go. We're in a heavy resistance area right now. The target we're looking for is right around $96.81. We can call it like $9,700. This could be a new lower high in this longer term symmetrical triangle we've been tracking. Now, and guess what? We are there. Here's the 4-hour chart, pretty much the same one I was just looking at. We were obviously, I think, 9,400 range, somewhere down here. And Bitcoin has made a move, right? We've tested this upper trend line. It's happened. I mean, we've really been talking about this since we broke to the downside, talking about the potential for a broken symmetrical triangle, meaning we had a bearish breakout, but we break back in, right? And then we potentially have a bullish break, and that's what we're testing now. We've made it all the way back up. We're almost 70% to the apex of this triangle, and Bitcoin is testing this very key area. Now, what we see here, you know, that number I threw out, like 96.81 or so, you can see it's essentially the swing high the last time we touched the top of this triangle to a swing low breakout that we had like May 25th or so. And we have our Fibonacci retracement channel, right? This was a very big resistance area, this green channel. This Fibonacci retracement is just the perfect storyteller for Bitcoin's lower highs and Bitcoin's higher lows. It's unbelievable how accurate it is and how helpful it is in anticipating these areas of resistance. So right now, you can see, even as I do this video, it's nice Bitcoin broke out to 97.63, but we need separation. Like, we need the bulls to really take charge and just fly through this area and get separation, right? And we're talking 10,000 plus type of separation, because right now you can see this 786, even as I do this video, that 96.81 that I talked about a couple days, pretty much acting as resistance as of right now. There are some things in play that are kind of giving me some confidence that the Bitcoin bulls can do it. But let's talk about this real quick. Remember the rules for the symmetrical triangle. I'm going to bring them up just one more time as we do this video. Upward 60% of the time, meaning an upward breakout 73% of the way to the apex of the triangle. If we look at this, we're getting close to 70%. So a breakout typically 73%, right? It could happen before, it could happen after, but we're very close, meaning maybe it's another day, maybe it's hours before Bitcoin breaks through. Maybe we have some sideways consolidation after this 30-minute pump. I don't know. We track the charts. All I can tell you is right now Bitcoin's at heavy resistance. And yes, ultimately this could act as a lower high, meaning we had our first swing high in the triangle, right? Beginning of May. Then we have these lower highs, right? And this could be another lower high for Bitcoin, ultimately coming back down once again, testing the low 9,000s for a possible bearish break. So keep that in mind when you're watching the charts, when you're trying to figure out what to do, when you're trying to keep yourself from FOMOing into Bitcoin, because it's important, right? We don't have any confirmations right now. Bitcoin, the one confirmation we have is there's short-term resistance on the charts as I'm doing this video. That's why I thought it was important I update you, since we've been tracking this triangle for a while now. If we go to this 4-hour chart, I want to just remember the last lower high of the triangle. And I'm not bringing up lower highs to sound bearish. I'm doing it to really help us confirm bullishness, because we see a lot of consistencies when we're looking at lower highs. So when a lower high is broken in a different manner than it previously has been, then we have bullish confirmation. So that's why I'm looking at these consistencies right now of these lower highs. You might remember the swing high from this first swing high in the triangle to this swing low all the way down here, like 8,100. You might remember we were doing a bunch of videos on this Fibonacci retracement area, right? Remember, this was like 9,600 to 9,300. If you've been watching this channel, I know those numbers sound familiar because we kept almost getting separation, but we just failed, right? And we ultimately, this entire thing saw resistance. That was an entire resistance area at this upper trend line. Ultimately, we created a new higher low. Now, we're in like a very similar position right now. And so this is what we can ultimately track. We take that swing high that happened in mid-May to this previous swing low, right? And now we have like a very similar looking area of resistance, meaning we might break above it a couple times, like what happened to the last lower high, right? We might break above it, back down, break above it, and everybody gets all bullish, talks about 10,000 again, and then we break below it. So just because we come slightly above this Fibonacci area, that's not really confirmation. What we need is we need multiple closes on the 4-hour or the 6-hour chart, especially the daily, meaning above this area, and we need pretty good separation above. Good separation above at this point being 10,000 is such a mental barrier for so many people. 10,000 plus would be great separation. That would be a very bullish confirmation for Bitcoin. But ultimately, at the end of the day, breaking this upper trend line and staying above it is the name of the game. And that is not far away at all. Just interesting, the confluence right now happening all in this area. So in the very short term, this is what we want to be looking out for. Interestingly enough, if you look at things like Ethereum, right? You look at charts like Ethereum making moves. Another one, right? We have another one on the charts. Where is it? I know I have it over here somewhere. Cardano making moves. When you have altcoins like this making moves, right? And then you have some slight bullishness on the Bitcoin charts, that gives me a lot of confidence, potential indicators that Bitcoin is getting ready to do something, right? So that's why I literally just tweeted, what was this? Just about a little over an hour ago, I'm 85% that Bitcoin is about to run to $10,000. Bitcoin was at like 75.50 when that happened, and it was almost like minutes later. I think Bitcoin was like right here when I tweeted this, maybe like right here. And then right away, minutes later, Bitcoin makes a move, right? So there's definitely a lot of bullishness right now for Bitcoin, but there have been no confirmations. At the end of the day, if we zoom out on the charts, yes, this isn't a misleading title. Bitcoin is at the very beginning stages of a potential massive bull run. It all starts in a small time frame, and each bullish breakout of a smaller triangle or smaller wedge or whatever the pattern is, here's the smaller triangle. It's the first step. Success in life, actually, and in Bitcoin charts consists of the same thing: stepping stones, right? Milestones. And here's the first milestones. We are at the exact area of resistance for a breakout, and there's a lot of resistance there, but a breakout, zooming out on the charts, look what we have ahead of us. This is the path right here to the bull market. This is it, and we are very close. So I'm not trying to mislead or clickbait in the title, but it's true. We're at the very beginning stages because we know we are very close to a $10,500 area. That is the previous swing high. That is a milestone for Bitcoin to break and stay above that area. That's the previous swing high on this longer term charts. And then we're very close, $11,200 to this long-term, crazy bullish symmetrical triangle. And you can see the target right now for this this small symmetrical triangle that we're in actually comes up here around 11,000. Let's call it $11,800. So if we're looking at this chart, you can see that's well above this 11,200, right? So a Bitcoin breakout on the short-term symmetrical triangle brings us out of this long-term upper trend line of this long-term symmetrical triangle that looks awesome. And then we have the doorway to the bull market, everybody. I've been saying this, I feel like almost years now, but almost 2 years probably. Swing high bull market, swing low bear market, this is it. Right around $16,000 to $13,000 or so. That's the long-term cycles of Bitcoin Fibonacci resistance, also known as the doorway to the bull market, everybody. We get above that area, Bitcoin's going to do some work. And are we at the very beginning stages of that happening? Yes, we potentially could be, but we're at very short-term resistance. A lot of things need to happen for us to even enter this area. And on the flip side, we always know resistance can be met right here, right? On this 4-hour chart, we could hit resistance. We could get a break back down through the bottom of the symmetrical triangle, and that has a breakout of 7,500 or so, 7,400. And this chart will look very different if that happens, right? All the way back down, a new higher low in this long-term symmetrical triangle. This is patience. That's the name of the game. You have to make your financial decisions based on the possibilities that all of these different scenarios can happen. We actually have not had any confirmations, bullish or bearish, really. If anything, the charts look bullish because we are entering the bullish time for Bitcoin in terms of the cycles of Bitcoin. You can see it on the charts. So I'm very, very long-term bullish. And over the last couple months, I've slowly shifted even to that short-term, mid-term bullishness. So I think things are getting special on the charts. I wanted to share it with you, wanted to do an update for you. I appreciate you coming by. If you're here, you're not a subscriber. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. It means a lot. And if you're here and you are a subscriber, you're awesome. Pound. Hit the like button on the way out. Time for me to go relax. It's a beautiful Saturday night. I hope you have an awesome day. Let's see what Bitcoin does. 10K tonight? That would be nice. Peace. God bless.